Many of these songs were heavily criticized when they first came out, yet they went on to sell millions of copies around the world. Behind those massive hits lie surprising stories that few people truly know. Today, we're uncovering the 10 best-selling rock songs of all time, and one of them still generates millions every single year. Let's begin. Number 10. Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. Freddie Mercury used to introduce it as our little disco experiment. But the true mastermind behind it was Queen's quiet bass genius, John Deacon. Inspired by Chica's hit Good Times, Deacon crafted that razor-sharp bass line using a borrowed amplifier and layers of echo. The result? A funk rock hybrid that's almost impossible not to move to.
Another one bites the dust.
The song became the third single from The Game. And do you know who pushed for its release as a single? None other than Michael Jackson himself. After hearing it backstage in Los Angeles, Jackson urged the band to put it out. He was absolutely right. The track dominated the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 consecutive weeks and went on to become Queen's best-selling single ever, with over 12 million copies sold and more than 1 billion streams on Spotify. Queen said they simply wanted a song people could dance to. Mission accomplished. It earned them an American Music Award for Favorite Rock Single and a Grammy nomination. More than 4 decades later, that bass line remains required listening for bass players in every genre. Number 9. Back in Black by AC/DC. It was the second single from the album of the same name, and the official introduction of Brian Johnson following the tragic death of Bon Scott. The song is built around a 3-chord riff, forged during rehearsals at Compass Point Studios in the Bahamas, under the strict guidance of producer Mutt Lange. Simple, direct, devastating. That riff became a hard rock cannon blast, praised for its raw power and stripped-down minimalism. The single sold over 13 million copies in the United States alone, and the Back in Black album has now surpassed 26 million units sold in the US, earning 26 times platinum certification. Johnson wrote the lyrics as a celebration, not a lament. That's why the song opens with that iconic bell toll, a sonic tribute to Scott. Half mourning, half rebirth. Although the track only reached number 37 on the Billboard chart in 1981, Time elevated it to absolute classic status. It later appeared in blockbuster films like Iron Man, and even sparked controversy when Angus Young publicly criticized the Beastie Boys for sampling it without permission. If you agree that music of this caliber just isn't made the same way today, give this video a like and subscribe for more pure rock content. Let's move on. Number 8. Wind of Change by Scorpions. Klaus Meine composed what would become one of the most iconic whistles in rock history after performing at the Moscow Music Peace Festival in 1989. He wanted to capture the atmosphere of transformation, the spirit of perestroika that was hanging in the air. Released as a single in 1991, the song quickly became a global phenomenon. It sold over 14 million copies and unintentionally turned into the unofficial soundtrack of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Its cultural impact was so profound that years later, A theory emerged claiming the song somehow helped bring down communism. The Scorpions laugh at the idea, of course, but they also acknowledge that the story points to something undeniable: the power of music. Wind of Change became more than just a hit. It became an anthem, one that still blows with the winds of change and continues to stir deep emotions and beautiful memories around the world. Number 7. Livin' on a Prayer by written by John Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora, and Desmond Child. The single was released in late 1986 and quickly became a massive success on both rock and pop radio. Its music video received heavy rotation on MTV, giving the band their first #1 hit on the Billboard chart. With Richie Sambora's unmistakable talk-box sound, Bon Jovi crafted this arena rock epic about Tommy and Gina for their breakthrough album Slippery When Wet. The song helped define the 1980s with its explosive mix of pop hooks, glam metal riffs, and that legendary chorus, which interestingly doesn't kick in until nearly the 3-minute mark. But when it does, it absolutely detonates. In 2024, the RIAA certified it Diamond, surpassing 14 million units sold in the United States, cementing it as the band's most iconic anthem. The music video, featuring John Bon Jovi suspended in a harness above an empty stage, was almost prophetic, anticipating the behind-the-scenes aesthetic that audiences are so drawn to today. Number 6. Africa by Toto. It was the last song recorded for Toto 4, and it was born almost by accident. David Paich was experimenting with a Yamaha CS80 synthesizer when a documentary about missionary work in Africa suddenly came to mind. Together with Jeff Porcaro, he developed that distinctive drum pattern. Half tribal, half soft rock, the kind you recognize from the very first bar. No one in the band thought it would become a hit. In fact, it was almost an inside joke. Steve Lukather once said, "If this song becomes a hit, I'll run naked down Hollywood Boulevard." And yet, Africa went on to conquer the world. On September 10th, 2024, it received Diamond certification in the United States, surpassing 15 million units sold. An astonishing achievement for a song that wasn't even the album's lead single. As for the famous line, "I bless the rains down in Africa," according to Paich, it was inspired by pages from National Geographic and stories from missionary nuns he met during his childhood. A song that began as an experiment and ended up becoming a timeless classic. Number 5. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Released on October 31st, 1975, as the lead single from A Night at the Opera, this Freddie Mercury masterpiece fused ballad, opera, and hard rock into nearly 6 minutes of music, without a chorus. A true act of musical rebellion.
I see a little silhouette of a man.
Bohemian Rhapsody has now sold more than 17 million copies worldwide. To record it, Queen used 5 different studios. And the music video, featuring the 4 band members' silhouetted faces against a black background, wasn't just innovative. It permanently changed the way music would be promoted. Many believed a song like this could never work on radio, but one bold British station decided to play it in full. The rest is history. After its powerful resurgence through Wayne's World, 1992, and the biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, 2018, it became the most streamed song of the 20th century. And every time you shout "Galileo" in your car, you're celebrating not only Mercury's genius, but the sheer audacity of a band that dared to break every rule in the book. Number 4. We Are the World by USA for Africa.
There comes a time.
Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson wrote it in a single night. And when the artists arrived at the studio, Quincy Jones placed an unforgettable sign on the door. Check your ego at the door. Following the American Music Awards, 45 superstars gathered to record it. Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, a constellation of voices united for one cause. The single sold over 20 million copies worldwide and raised nearly $60 million to fight famine in Africa. It reached number 1 across the globe, won 4 Grammy Awards, and proved that rock and pop could also become a powerful force for global solidarity. There were memorable behind-the-scenes moments as well. Prince chose not to participate, and Bob Dylan, unsure about his vocal part, reportedly asked Stevie Wonder to guide him through the melody via headphones in the studio. To this day, that final chorus remains a symbol of charity concerts and the spirit of unity that defined an entire generation. Number 3. It's Now or Never by Elvis Presley.
It's now or never.
Shortly after returning from his military service in Germany, Elvis heard an English version of O Sole Mio, performed by Tony Martin. He loved it. That's how It's Now or Never was born. An adaptation with lyrics by Wally Gold and Aaron Schroeder, recorded on April 3, 1960.
It's now or never.
The single was released on July 5th, and it exploded. It sold nearly 20 million copies and topped the charts in both the United States and the United Kingdom. In the UK, the release was delayed due to legal issues. But demand was so overwhelming that even before it hit stores, it had already received more than 1 million advance orders. When it finally became available, it debuted straight at number 1, almost unheard of at the time. With its operatic vibrato and slower tempo, It's Now or Never marked a turning point. It signaled Elvis moving beyond youthful rockabilly into a more mature, melodic era.
It's now or never.
In 2005, the song was reissued, and remarkably, it climbed back to number 1 in the UK once again. Proof that when it comes to the king, time simply doesn't apply. Now tell me, how old were you, and what were you doing when you first discovered one of these unforgettable songs? Share your memory in the comments. We'd love to read it. Number 2. Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and his Comets.
10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're gonna rock.
It was recorded on April 12, 1954, at the Pythian Temple in New York City. And at first, it barely made a ripple. But everything changed a year later, when it was featured in the film Blackboard Jungle. That's when it exploded. According to the Guinness World Records, the song surpassed 25 million copies sold, becoming the best-selling vinyl single by a group in history. Built on a classic 12-bar blues structure, driven by Danny Cedrone's electrifying guitar solo and lyrics that promised to rock around the clock tonight. It became a true youth anthem, and the gateway that introduced rock and roll to the mainstream. The song reached number 1 in both the United States and the United Kingdom, and remarkably, it re-entered the charts multiple times throughout the 1960s and 1970s. In 2018, it was officially preserved by the U.S. Library of Congress, a recognition of its lasting cultural impact. A record that didn't just top the charts, it changed music forever. Number 1. Don't Stop Believing by Journey. Released in October 1981 as the third single from Escape, this song, written by Steve Perry, Jonathan Cain, and Neil Schon, features a unique structure. It holds back its full chorus until the very end. A risky move that ultimately became an anthem. In 2024, the RIAA certified it Double Diamond, surpassing 25 million units sold in the United States alone. And as early as 2017, it had already become the best-selling digital song from the 20th century. Its massive resurgence began in 2007, when it was featured in the final scene of The Sopranos, and it skyrocketed again in 2009 thanks to Glee, introducing it to an entirely new generation. Since then, it has become a stadium chant, a wedding staple, and a karaoke classic around the world. In 2022, it was added to the National Recording Registry for its cultural resonance. Proof that some songs never grow old, because they're forever tied to the most beautiful moments of our lives. These songs didn't just break records. They marked unforgettable moments in our lives. But some songs go even further than commercial success. Some songs change the course of history. I invite you to discover those tracks that transformed music forever, from the way it sounds to the way we experience it. Don't miss the next video. The 10 songs that changed the history of music forever. Click on the next video, and I'll see you there, my fellow rock fan.